And a pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome again to Richmond Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports as we come to you live tonight from Connersville, the opening of the 2018 high school football season. Welcome again to the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show as we get a brand new season underway on the road this year as the Red Devils again take on the Spartans here tonight. The field will be a little bit soggy this evening. We're expecting maybe a little bit more rain tonight as well. Keep our fingers crossed and hopefully the rain will stay away. It will apparently be a little slower field tonight because of the rain that we have had. Well, the 2017 high school football season couldn't have ended soon enough for the Richmond Red Devils after they got off to a good start last year. They were ahead at halftime 16-0 over Connersville, lost that game in overtime, and the Red Devils then dropped their next 9 games. They finished in what would be the worst record in school history at 0-10, and that resulted in another coaching change and another system in place for the 10 seniors who have been through 3 coaches now in the last 3 years. The rebuilding process now in the hands of Tony Lewis, who knows something about winning after winning a state championship down in Evansville, moving on then to the state of Florida, and then, of course, getting a chance to come back to Indiana and take over a program that needs a lot of help. There's no doubt about it. The 10 seniors, again, coming back from last year. It's a very young team. The last count we had, 39 players on the roster, not including the freshman team. So this is not going to be a team, at least right now, with a whole lot of depth as they enter the 2018 season. We will see a new quarterback this year as well as Alex Snedeker, who did see some time last year, but he will start from the very beginning this year. The Red Devils last year used 4 different quarterbacks trying to solidify something to win some ball games last year, but it just never worked, and so Snedeker will get the start. If we don't hear from him in the pregame, we'll hear from him at halftime and get his thoughts about running this new offense and another new system that he had to learn and learn it very quickly as they get prepared for tonight's matchup. So we'll hear from Coach Lewis coming up in just a few moments. Again, if we hear from Alex in the pregame, we'll do so. If not, we'll hear from him at halftime. Talked to him earlier this week. We'll scout the Connersville Spartans, who got off to a good start last year, faded off toward the end, but they've got some pretty good players back, but they also lost some pretty good players from last year's 2017 season. A busy night, as you would expect. We haven't heard of any postponements of any kind so far, at least for teams around the NCC and around the area. We will have coverage of 2 games in the TEC tonight. One of those will be Centerville and Lincoln, and the other one Northeastern and Union County. So you want to follow along with us tonight here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. We'll have reporters at both of those games throughout the evening tonight as well. We'll check out both the NCC and the area schedule, and the Commissioner's Report coming up as well, another season from the IHSAA. All right, let's get things going. When we come back here on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we're going to hear from head coach Tony Lewis, get his thoughts about where his football team is as they get ready for a brand new season. All of it right here on Radio Troy Digital Sport.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connersville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Coach, I liked your practice tonight. Very spirited. I know you're doing a lot of teaching. Talk about that side of it still this early in the season that you got to really help guys out quite a bit.
We do. Unfortunately, it's a new system for all of them. We're still learning as coaches. They're still learning as players. We want to be playing our best football at the end of the year, and it's going to take us probably till the end of the year to be playing our best football. So there's still a lot of teaching going on. We're a no-huddle offense offensively, but there's times we need to slow it down and teach still.
You know, they do seem to be catching it pretty well, though, and that's tough when players you think that might be seniors have been in a different system every year.
Yeah, for sure. These guys have gone through 3 coaches. I'm now the 3rd coach in 3 years. So, they've been receptive for the most part. We're still getting a lot of them to buy into what we're trying to do, and I think they're seeing some of the fruits of their work as we move along.
I like the work ethic and the spirit that you have out there because I think you kind of transcend that as well. You're positive, and these guys pick up on that.
Well, I always try to be positive. There's times that I lose my cool a little bit, but, our kids, we have to give them credit. They're out here ready for practice. They're practicing hard. They want to represent the school right, and they want to represent the community right, and we want them to do that. So I think they're doing a good job and working towards those goals of playing their best football at the end of the year and working to get better daily. That's what we're trying to do.
You mentioned the spread offense and such. Talk a little bit about that and how Alec has kind of picked that up as well.
Well, Alec's one of our smarter kids and has picked things up really quick, and he gets guys lined up correctly. He's like another coach on the field. He has some athleticism as well. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. And most importantly, he understands what we're trying to get done. If you have that kind of guy at quarterback, that's what you want.
What did you see in the scrimmage? And you and I talked about this after the scrimmage, and you had a chance to go back and look at the film and such. What did you learn from the film that you didn't see or did see on the actual game itself?
Well, as we told our kids, we overall, first and foremost, we've got to be more physical. We're not a very physical football team right now. We're not blocking physically, and we're not tackling physically. There was a lot of catching on defense. There was a lot of catching on offense. We want to be offensive hitters, and defensively, we want to strike guys, get off blocks. But more importantly, defensively, we had a lot of guys hitting their guy. If I'm a defensive lineman, hitting their guy and popping up and looking around for the ball. You've got to first defeat your block. Don't worry about what's going on in the backfield. We had a lot of our linebackers and what we call our devils, the strong safeties. They were not reading their keys correctly. And hopefully, we practiced tonight without a football on offense because we just wanted them going to their keys. We didn't care who had the football. So our offense actually practiced without a football tonight.
You have some offensive linemen. You have a little bit of size there. Maybe not as much as last year, but you have some size. Talk about how their cohesiveness has been so far with some new faces in there.
Well, I think Coach Fisher and Coach Dunkel are doing a great job bringing those kids along. It's not easy going into their third offense, and we've tweaked some things compared to what they did last year. But they're catching on. We have Blaine Pierce at center, and he's doing a great job of communicating to our guards. Jacob Jones and Clayton Raper do a good job of communicating to the guards. So it's kind of an inside out and outside in, and they're helping each other. And as we said, as long as one guy knows what they're doing and they can communicate it down the line, we've got a chance to be successful.
Can you run the football the way you want to? I know Wyatt Bird has been a starter last year, not terribly big or such, but very quick. Can you run the football the way you want to?
Well, we'll find out tomorrow, Friday night, I should say. But we feel like we need to run the football. We need to run some zone. We need to run some power. We need to run some counter and some jet. If we do those four things, it'll set up our passing game. And I don't think we did that well enough in our scrimmage. So, we're going to simplify some things, not just at the varsity level, but all the way down to the middle school level. We're trying to simplify things, get rid of some stuff that maybe we'd like to use, but maybe our kids aren't ready for right now, and just try and get really good at zone, get really good at jet and counter tray, and then go from there.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I was going to ask you the next thing about simplifying and then trying to make that next step. Do you know when you want to do that, or are you just going to kind of play it by ear?
Well, I think in terms of simplifying, we threw a lot of stuff at our kids. It's a whole kind of process for us. We threw a whole lot of them at them this summer. We started practice and threw a whole lot more at them, and now we're going to start paring it down to where we know exactly what we're doing. Once we get that down, then we'll add in a little bit more. But our kids are catching on, and as coaches, you want to do more. You want to do more, but really less is more.
Let's talk about Friday night. I guess it's kind of hard to know this early. Coach Kelly does an excellent job down there at Connersville trying to get their program going. What do you see in the Spartans?
Well, I think from their scrimmage, the first thing I noticed was their kids play hard, and that's a tribute to their coach. If your kids are playing hard, you got a chance to be successful. And good coaches get all their kids to play hard, and I think they play hard. They're not overly big. They run to the football defensively. Their linebackers play downhill. They've got a good nose guard. Offensively, they want to run the football first and foremost to set up a little bit of play action. We're not exactly sure what we'll get offensively. They showed some different things to us last year compared to what they did in the spring. It wouldn't surprise me that they do some more things that they did last year after seeing what Delta ran against us. And so we're preparing for both, but we know first and foremost we got to stop the run.
Yeah, I was going to say, and they lost a couple of pretty good running backs from last year too.
They did, and they've still got some good running backs, and what they do offensively, they'll run some 1-back, 2-back, some trap. They'll also run some what I'd call midline and outside veer. They do a really good job of that.
Hey, before I let you go, and it's always nice to have when a quarterback is the coach's son. Kid's probably pretty smart, right?
He is, and he's a lefty and runs the ball well, throws it well, and he's tall so he can see over the line. And I'm sure they do a lot of stuff because he knows what he's doing.
That, once again, Tony Lewis talking about the Red Devils after their scrimmage and leading up to tonight's kickoff. We're still about 19 minutes away from the opening kickoff here, overcast skies, and might even see a little bit of rain here tonight. As we mentioned a few moments ago, the natural turf here getting plenty of work already, and there's some worn areas both around the 20 in on both sides, and we're going to see this football field get pretty torn up here tonight. When we come back on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we'll take a look at the Spartans after their 4-win season last year. You heard Coach talk about them a little bit ago. They do play hard, and they've got some very, very good defensive players returning from last year's team, and we'll talk about them coming up in just a couple of moments. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. When visiting the Richmond area, there's one clear choice. When looking for the best place to stay, that's the Best Western Classic. Best Western is dedicated to providing you with the best possible travel experience, and they operate in an industry built on trust and guest satisfaction. This can only be achieved through communication and experienced support. At the Best Western Classic of Richmond, you get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, as well as a conference area for meetings, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike. Make sure you stop by if you're in the Richmond area and staying there for any length of time. We'll come back and scout the Spartans. Coming up in just a moment, this is the pregame show brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Back once again here in the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Thanks for being with us as we kick off the 2018 season here tonight in Connersville. Tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. And each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors. Only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. And Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway. Eat fresh. Well, the Spartans last year got off to a great start. Of course, after that win over Richmond in overtime, 22-16. They play pretty good schedule out of the Eastern Indiana Conference in Franklin County. A very good football team. They dropped their next 2, losing to Franklin County 63-13 and a tough one to Greensburg, and then ran off 3 straight over South Dearborn, Rushville, and Broad Ripple. And then, of course, very tough ending to their season with the eventual state champions East Central, Lawrenceburg, Batesville, and Mooresville. But still, Coach Kelly has his program headed in the right direction. They picked up 4 wins last year. That's the first time they picked up 4 wins since the 2014 season. Now, they have to replace some pretty good players on offense, especially in their running game. They ended up losing 2,000 yards rushing last year. That'll be hard to replace. We'll see how they do that here tonight, but they've got some very good players back, including Adam Kelly. Of course, now he didn't throw as much last year. We'll probably see him throw a little bit more this year. The coach's son, a very smart player, Adam Kelly Jr., will get the start at quarterback. Landon Circle will be a guy to watch, and Gabe Morris in the backfield, and Colton Sizemore, 3 running backs. The Red Devils will have to really watch here tonight. They've got some guys up front to keep an eye on. Plus, I really like their defense. They've got some linebackers, including Anthony McLean, to watch here tonight. So their defense will be very, very formidable going into this one here this evening. So no doubt about it. As you heard Coach Taz say a little bit ago, it's a team that will play hard. and that's something the Red Devils will have to expect here tonight from the Spartans. When we come back, we'll check out what's going on in the NCC as well as the area games going on tonight as we kick off the 2018 high school football season right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports. This is the pregame brought to you by Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community, it's where we live, it's where we work, it's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Bob Lovell. It has been a few months since we last talked to the Commissioner of the IHSAA, and Commissioner Cox, glad to have you back. I look forward to our weekly conversations, and fall sports have begun in earnest, and Friday night we begin the 2018 football season.
Well, thank you, Bob, and I'm glad to be back and look forward to our conversations throughout the fall and the winter. And, you know, I've said summer's an endangered species right now. There's only about 1 week of summer, and now we're right back at it, and the fall season is upon us. Our first night of high school football is this coming Friday night, and there'll be games all over the state. And while that's going on this week also, all of our other fall sports are in full swing and playing games and contests around the state, and already seeing some posts of that. So kids are going back to school, games are being played, and communities are being reunited, and it's a exciting time for high school sports in the state of Indiana.
It's a crazy time, too, because different schools, different schedules. I think, as you mentioned, in jest, summer being an endangered species, there will be a lot of people who would argue there's no such thing as summer anymore.
Well, yes, the only real summer that the association observes now is the 1 week of the moratorium, which is the week that includes the 4th of July, on the Monday through Sunday, the week including the 4th of July. We go right up with our activities, concluding with our summer meeting of the National Federation, which ends on July the 2nd. And then right after the moratorium, we begin having rules meetings for our coaches and our officials, and students are participating in open facility and conditioning and even contests in the summertime. So summer is a shrinking entity, and I'm not sure that's all good. I think that we've lost a little something about kids being able to be kids, go to the fair, go to the county fair, just knock around the neighborhood, that type of thing. But that's the society that we live in now, so we do the best with what we have, and we try to make sure that the activities that the schools are sponsoring are organized and supervised properly and are beneficial for the kids.
He's the commissioner of the IHSA, Bobby Cox, with us in our weekly conversation. Commissioner, you mentioned it, week number 1 of high school football. It's a fantastic time of year. We talk about how unifying and how important fall sports are, especially on football, because it is a once-a-week event unifying a school, a community, lots of people, and we always hope for good weather. We always hope for now a big initiative, and continues to be an initiative, and that's sportsmanship on every IHSAA event.
You're correct, Bob, and we are taking a special focus this year on sportsmanship, and we're directing our efforts toward the adult fan and the parent. We need great support from our adult fans and our parents to ensure that what we are doing is in an education-based environment. This is not non-school sponsored sports. We demand decorum. We expect decorum. We expect this to be conducted in an educational manner, and we're going to direct our efforts in sportsmanship this year toward those initiatives. And we have, the reality of this, Bob, is that 99% of our people act pretty well. It's the 1% that create problems for everybody else, but we're going to address it. When we do our sportsmanship work with our schools, we keep a sportsmanship tally for each member school. And when that is evaluated at the end of the year, and it is being evaluated now, the people that are the greatest culprits of bad sportsmanship are adults. It's not the students. Students are pretty good. They're under control. They're playing these contests and doing the things they should be doing. It's the adults that are losing their composure, and so we're going to focus on that and try to create a better environment for these kids to play in.
All right, lots and lots of football, 6 championships in before we know it, we'll be at Lucas Oil Stadium, but there's just something about opening night that kind of gets everyone excited, as it should.
It is, and I will tell you, I try to go to a game every week and sometimes 2 games throughout these 15 weeks. And when I was an assistant and I was administering football, I would always look at that first week and think, wow, the state championship's 15 weeks away. And then you'd blink and you were in Lucas Oil or you were in the RCA Dome back in the day. Well, now it's such that you can't even hardly see all the games and be everywhere before it's over with, and you feel bad that you don't get around to see as many as you can. You talked about community. I'm going to go Friday night to Cascade in Hendricks County. They are dedicating their new turf stadium. And a really great event for their community. Looking forward to being there, and it's just another example of how high school football has become the fabric that unites communities in our state.
Just so you know, as a senior at Plainfield High School, I played at Cascade High School in their first year of football. So it's full
well,
circle.
Now that brings you full circle. You probably played on dirt in those days, and now we're playing on turf.
The commissioner of the IHSA, Bobby Cox. Bobby, as always, thank you so much. I look forward to our conversation next week.
Thank you, Bob.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond. Hey, we're back once again here in Connersville. Want to run down here in the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Other games going on tonight in the NCC. Delta's at Muncie Central. Red Devils saw Delta last week in the scrimmage. Huntington North is at Marion. Indianapolis Tech, a tough one opener tonight at Ben Davis. Kokomo's at New Pal. Lafayette Jeff will be at West Lafayette. Logan is at Peru. McCutcheon at Guerin Catholic. Westfield is at Harrison, and Yorktown is at Anderson. In the Tri-Eastern Conference, Lincoln is at Centerville tonight. Hagerstown at Knightstown. Tries at Union City. Union County at Northeastern, and Winchester at South Adams. And games out of the Eastern Indiana Conference tonight. Greensburg at Shelbyville. Jennings County at Batesville. Lawrenceburg is at East Central. Milan at Rushville. Franklin County home tonight against Newcastle. And Seymour is on the road at South Dearborn. That will do it for the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Stay right there. When we come back in just a few moments, we'll get this one kicked off. It's Richmond Connersville as we get the new season underway right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Beer Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Well, the Red Devils have waited a year for tonight's game. Of course, next week will not get much easier. The Red Devils will be home against Lawrence North and then travel to Indianapolis Tech the week after that. So the next 2 weeks will certainly be a huge challenge. But for Richmond, they're looking toward tonight. They want to try to get the season off in the right direction and not allow the Spartans to beat them 2 years in a row. But last year was a year in which the Red Devils are ready to forget. You'll hear Alex Snediger talk about that a little bit at halftime about what they expect this year. As, by the way, the coin toss was won by the Spartans. They have deferred, so the Red Devils will get the football first. Richmond, or take that back, the Red Devils will kick off to the Spartans. as Stephen Huber will tee it up at the 40-yard line. The Spartans will be in their home red uniforms, the Red Devils in their all-whites here tonight as we get set for the opening kickoff here in Connersville. Huber, by the way, we watched him a little bit in the preseason, kicking extremely well. He's going to be an asset this year from the kicking and punting standpoint, which would be good news for the Red Devils. So here we go, new season underway, and Tony Lewis, the head coach, putting in all the time to get this thing turned around, and now here we are. Colton Glover, one of the two deep men. Gavin Lynch is also deep as well, number 4 and number 15 respectively. And as soon as I say something about Huber's kicking, he squids this one across the ground, picked up at the 15-yard line, and a short return by Gavin Lynch, and that's where the Spartans will take over 1st and 10. Well, we mentioned the quarterback, Adam Kelly, 6'3", 180 pounds. He is a sophomore, very strong arm. Red Devils saw a good passing quarterback against Delta in the scrimmage last week, so they're well prepared against what could be a balanced attack here tonight. Again, the ground is very, very wet, so that's going to slow the track down here this evening. Spartans graduating over 2,000 yards rushing last year. Kelly will hand it off, and short gain to about the 24-yard line. Landon Serkwa, we mentioned Serkwa, 5'11", 205 pounds. So now we'll be at 2nd down and about 5 for the Spartans. Kelly wearing number 2, again, the 6'3" sophomore quarterback. We'll have one receiver split wide to the left. That'll be senior Shane Smith. He is 6'3", 210, more of a tight end than a wideout. Red Devils have a 4-man front. Kelly on the carry, and a short carry it is. He gets tackled immediately. Therefore, the Red Devils defensively, Blaine Pierce, and of course Blaine, the starting center. He is in his 3rd season as the starting center, playing both ways. Also up front for the Red Devils, one of the top players back last year, Jewel Taylor. Taylor at 5'11", 196 pounds. And again, the Red Devils go from a 3-4 to a 4-3 defensive front. Kelly will keep it himself. He fakes the handoff to Serkwa. Nowhere to go as the Red Devils quickly in there. We mentioned 42 a couple of moments ago. And coming in to get the tackle again, Jewel Taylor. Taylor, a junior, and now the Spartans faced with a 4th down and 2. And the Red Devils will anticipate a punt right here for the first time tonight. And Richmond will drop senior Trayshawn Jones, who was the starting quarterback for the Red Devils at the end of last year. And to punt the football away will be Cole Martin. A low snap, and it'll be blocked. And Richmond special teams coming up big, and Stefan Huber in there to make the block. And Richmond will get the football deep in Connersville territory. So a good start for the Red Devils here tonight. Stephen Huber, the senior, 5'9", 163 pounds, found an opening over that right side. And now Richmond's offense on the field for the first time. We mentioned Alex Snedeker, the starting quarterback. And so Richmond's going to get the football. 1st and goal at the Connersville 7-yard line. Snedeker wearing number 9, Wyatt Bird number 11 in the backfield. The Red Devils have, as you see, 2 wideouts, including Trayshawn Jones to the left. Jones will, in fact, it's going to be Snedeker keeping the football, and he will score after faking the handoff to Jones, and 7 yards out, and the Red Devils get on top of this one 6-0 following the block punt by Stephen Huber. Good start for the Red Devils here tonight. You know, Richmond got off to a 16-0 start last year, and Connersville shut the Red Devils out the rest of the way. So Richmond looks like they will bring in, as we said in the pregame, Stephen Huber to kick the extra point. It is on the way, and it is good. So the Red Devils get on the board first here tonight. 9:49 remaining in the opening period in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond 7 and Connersville nothing. This is Richmond football in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Well, we're back once again here in Connersville as the Red Devils with their special teams work. Stephen Huber ends up getting the block punt. Red Devils get the football at the Connersville 7. It takes them one play. Alex Snediger, after the fake of the handoff to Trayshawn Jones, keeps the football and scores, and so the Red Devils off to a good start here in the 2018 high school football season. So Connersville will get the football back for the second time here tonight. High kick this time by Huber. And a return inside the 10-yard line. On the return, Gavin Lynch. And Lynch nowhere to go. Special teams again. And guess who? Stephen Huber, who kicked the football off down to make the play on special teams. And right now, Stephen Huber, the star of this one, after not only getting the blocked punt, but now on special teams, gets the tackle on the return, and it'll be Connersville football 1st and 10. 9:41 remaining here in the opening period of play. Adam Kelly, there you see Kelly coming out. First down and 10. Spartans will have the football for the second time tonight. Nowhere to go for Cirquas. He gets beat early. Jacob Jones is there. Also there for the Red Devils up front. Good defensive pressure put on by Blaine Pierce once again. So now the Spartans have it second down and 11. We'll call it a loss of a yard. Evan Schaefer, one of the receivers, split to the near side. Kelly will pitch, and the ball comes loose, and it will be Kelly who jumps on it inside the 5-yard line. Another mistake for the Spartans. That was Colton Glover. Glover, the junior, unable to handle the football, and now we'll see the quarterback, Adam Kelly, come to the sidelines as they may need to get a towel, as, again, things are going to be very wet here this evening. And nearly another miscue for the Spartans. And nonetheless, now the Red Devils have them third down and long. They have to get to the 22-yard line for a first down. Only 7 seconds remaining on the play clock, and so there is a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top of this one, 7-0.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Spartans will try to run out of the Backfield with circle once again. Another short gain for Connersville as again Richmond's Jacob Jones, one of those up front getting the stop. So now the Spartans faced with a 4th down. Again, we mentioned they have to get to around the 22-23 yard line for a first down, and the punting unit will come on once again. And no matter what happens here, Richmond should have excellent field position with Trayshawn Jones deep. Red Devils coming off the block. Stephen Huber got the block the last time. He's coming off that right edge again, and this time it's going to be Kelly punting the football with the left foot. Aims that one toward the sideline, and it goes out of bounds, and Richmond's going to get the football again at around the 31-32 yard line. So Richmond one play and a score, and now they're back out once again for the second time here tonight. Alex Snedeker once again. Wyatt Bird in the backfield. Trayshawn Jones will be out there. The other receiver, Julian Holguin, will man the other side with Trayshawn Jones split wide to the left. Richmond will work exclusively out of the shotgun under Coach Lewis's offense. Here's Wyatt Bird bouncing to the outside. Bird gets inside the 25-yard line before he's wrestled to the ground. Looked like Braden Schaefer there to make the stop, the outside linebacker for Connersville. Give that a gain of about 9 there for Wyatt Bird. Bird, of course, the starting tailback last year. As a sophomore, very quick, not very big, but again, a tough running back for the Red Devils. Holguin in motion, and Holguin gets the carry. Has running room around the left end at the 15, the 10, the 5, and then driven out of bounds at around the 1 yard line. Kelly gets the stop for the defensive back there for the Spartans, and Holguin, again, a nice carry for the Red Devils, and they're knocking on the door for the second time here in the first half of play. 6:46 to go, first quarter. So now Richmond, first and goal from the 1 yard line. Bird the lone setback, Holguin wide to the right. And Bird gets the call, walks into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Red Devils off now to a 13-0 start. 6:41 to go here in the first. Bird getting his first score of the season. And now Stephen Huber back in for the second time tonight. And boy, Richmond looking good early, but Connersville helping the cause as well, as the extra point is on the way, and it is good on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top of this one, 14-0. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Well, probably could not have asked for a better start for the Red Devils here tonight, and head coach Tony Lewis. They force the Spartans to start deep in their own territory, and then, of course, get the block punt by Stephen Huber. And then they come right back and score in their second possession, and now a 14-0 lead. We will have updates, of course, from the other games we're covering tonight, including Northeastern Union County, Centerville taking on Lincoln out of the Tri-Eastern Conference. And Huber again will put a nice leg into this one, as that one will come to the near side and received inside the 5-yard line, and there will be a return. And probably should have let that one go into the end zone, as Gavin Lynch will go out on the near sideline, and the Spartans will have the football for the third time here tonight. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise, the Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list by a referring customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. First down and 10 for the Spartans. Kelly puts a man in motion. The pitch, nowhere to go. Blaine Pierce there for the Red Devils as he smothers Colton Glover for the loss. And the Spartans having trouble with the Red Devils up front. And Pierce has had a good start here tonight. So now it's going to be second down and about 17 for the Spartans. 6:07 remaining in the opening quarter. Jacob Jones, Pierce, they've played well up front. Red Devils also counting on number 55 up front for Richmond, which is Jackson Haynes, back from last year as well. Here's the blitz. Coming in will be Brown, and he throws it to Serqua. That is a catch. And Serqua out to about the 17-yard line. Boy, but Bryce Brown coming in there on the blitz right up the middle, and good job by Adam Kelly to get rid of the football. Not enough for a first down. As you see the football placed at around the 17-yard line. Richmond being aggressive defensively early. Red Devils play with 5 defensive backs, so it's basically a 4-2-5. And we heard Holguin earlier this week in one of our interviews talk about the change, and they like this 4-man front. This time the handoff around the left side. Here's Glover, and he goes down again, and coming up to make the stop for the Red Devils, Trayshawn Jones. Jones doing a nice job as one of those 5 defensive backs, and the Spartans will have to get rid of the football for the 3rd time here tonight. Good job again for that Richmond defense. 4:33 remaining. Adam Kelly will be in to punt the football away. Trayshawn Jones deep for the Red Devils. Richmond again with the block. They're coming with the pressure on the right side, and almost another block as that one will be shanked out of bounds. Red Devils came again with Stephen Huber off that right side, and he almost got another block. So Richmond's offense back out for the 3rd time here tonight. So far 2 for 2 here in the opening period of play. Now Richmond winning this battle up front. There's no doubt about that. Those guys across that offensive line and the defensive line, they've been huge here tonight for Richmond in the first couple of series, the first 3 on defense, and they've been opening up some holes as well. Red Devils will bring in as their new tight end. That's going to be Hill, as it looks like we're going to get a timeout now on the field. We will take a timeout as well. Good start for the Red Devils here tonight on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 4:11 to go, opening period. Red Devils lead it by 14.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Now Red Devils football for the 3rd time. Snedeker out of the shotgun. Holguin in motion. He fakes the handoff, and it will be Wyatt Bird on the carry. Bird finding some running room over the right side. He'll end up getting about 6 yards on the carry as Richmond continues misdirection. And looks like we may have our first penalty flag as well.
Legal shift on the
So an illegal shift called against the Red Devils.
It is a 5-yard penalty.
So that'll back them up 5 yards.
37-yard line. It'll be first and 15.
So now we'll put the football back to the 37-yard line. That is the first penalty we have had here tonight, as we're under the 4-minute mark in the opening quarter of play. Bird will stay in as the lone setback. Red Devils continue with this formation so far. That is Holguin in motion, and Holguin gets the call and runs right into Evan Schaefer. Schaefer at 6'4", 185 pounds, outside linebacker waiting for him, and will put the football at the 39-yard line. So we're going to be second down now. The Red Devils have to get to about the 22 for a first down. Again, this is only the third possession of the night for the Red Devils. Snedeker scoring from 7 yards out, Bird from a yard out. And now Richmond for the first time, second and long, as Snedeker drops the football. Here comes the rush. Snedeker gets rid of it and throws it out of bounds. Boy, good pressure put on by the Spartans up the middle as Maxwell Crank, the senior, at 5'11", 220, putting Snedeker down on the turf, and Wyatt Bird a little shaken up as well. Bird trying to block, and he had 3 guys coming right up the middle. You see Wyatt right there, number 11, just now to the right of your screen, every once in a while bending over, and he may have taken a shot trying to block that blitz coming up the middle. Third down and 12. It was a low snap by Pierce, but again, the football could be a little bit wet tonight. Plenty of rain on the way over, and again, by the time we're done here tonight, there's going to be a lot of wear and tear on this field. Shotgun again. This one a busted play, and it's going to be thrown incomplete by Snedeker. Good pressure up the middle again. But I think that was a busted play as Snedeker looked to hand it off, and there was nobody there. So Richmond, for the first time tonight, faced with a 4th down and 12. Huber coming on as Brown goes out for Richmond. Now, Huber is the punter, but the Red Devils may go ahead and go for it right here. And looks like they're going to. Football is at the Connersville 38-yard line, 2:59 remaining in the opening period. Bird stays in as the lone setback, and for the first time, 4 wide. Snedeker looking left, puts it in the air. That's a ball that's up for grabs, and it's going to be knocked down. Pass intended for Trayshawn Jones. There to knock it away, Adam Kelly, and for the first time tonight, the Red Devils have to give up the football. I am not sure that ball may have slipped out of the hands of Alec. He's not a big guy. Alec going maybe at 5'10", 145 pounds. But it may have just slipped out of his hands, and so the Red Devils give up the football, and the Spartans will have it first and 10. We're going to put the football at the 38-yard line. Connersville again. This is their 4th possession of the night. Kelly, the left-hander, looks to throw, does so short pattern, and that's incomplete. Evan Schaefer, the intended receiver. Stephen Huber there again for the Red Devils on defense. Well, Richmond had to make the adjustments again in the offseason. We talked so much about what they do on offense from a year ago. It's still a spread offense, so the verbiage and all of that may change a little bit, but defensively they've gone to that 4-man front, and so far it has paid dividends. They put a lot of pressure on Adam Kelly, who has not thrown a whole lot tonight, but they've been unable to run the football. Serqua in at running back once again. He'll get the call, and there's not much there. Bryce Brown, the first one to greet him, the inside linebacker. Wyatt Bird there as well. Jake Haynes, just a freshman in there as the 5'11", 170-pound linebacker getting some playing time. So Richmond going very young with his defense with a freshman in the lineup. It'll be third down. Let's call it third down and 10. 2:18 to go here in the opening quarter of play. Warren Toole is the lone receiver to the top. Serqua stays in as the lone setback. Kelly looks to throw, puts it high in the air, and that one is incomplete. Trayshawn Jones in on coverage. Pass intended for Warren Toole. And it's going to be fourth down now for the Spartans. So for the fourth time tonight, Spartans unable to move the football against this Red Devil defense. Kelly back into punt. Trayshawn Jones will be deep. So far, Kelly's punts have landed out of bounds. The previous three times he has punted. Jones will stand inside his own 30-yard line. Good snap. Here comes the rush again, and there's going to be roughing the punter. Stephen Huber was in there as Trayshawn Jones will try to return. He's gang tackled, but they're going to get Huber. So Huber had a good rush, but it's going to cost the Red Devils right here. Well, Richmond had three guys coming off that right edge, and so far the Spartans have not blocked the left side of their offensive line very well on special teams. So again, the penalty flag coming down. See where they'll place the football once it's marked off. That's the second penalty now for the Red Devils here tonight. Spartans have so far not committed a penalty. So just well, that's how they'll do it. It's just a 5-yard penalty, so will be declined, and that means the Red Devils will get the football. It wasn't a personal foul, so that's good news if you're a Richmond fan. So it'll be marked off against the Red Devils, but they will get the football. 1:46 remaining. Richmond will have the football for the fourth time here tonight. So here we go now as the Red Devils have the football at the 20-yard line, first down and 10. Wyatt Bird, he is going to be a workhorse this year. There aren't many behind him, at least that we can tell at this stage. Bird gets the call, finds a hole up the middle. Bird at the 40, 45 midfield, breaks a tackle to the outside. Bird at the 30. Tried to stiff arm the defender and finally brought down, but not until he gets to the Connersville 20-yard line. 60-yard run that time by Wyatt Bird sets the Red Devils up once again with 1:33 remaining. Good blocking up front. And once Bird got into the second level, he was gone to the outside. Boy, Richmond doing a very good job up front. Give that offensive line plenty of credit. Sam Gamboa back for his second season as the starting right guard. Here's the handoff, Bird again. Bird fighting his way over the right side, gets gang tackled. Connersville came up with a football, but they'll say it was down by contact, so it will be Richmond football, and it'll be second down. Well, he gained about 3 yards on the play. So again, second down. That is Trayshawn Jones to the left. Stephen Huber now in the backfield. So you're going to give Wyatt Bird a little bit of a break right here. So Huber takes over in the backfield. Holguin in motion. They'll give it off down to Huber. Huber over the right side, still on his feet, fumbles the football. And did the Spartans come up with it? And there are bodies all over, jumping on the loose football, and it will be Connersville ball. Looked like it was number 57, Maxwell Crank, who may have gotten in there to get the loose football. Was stripped out of the hands of Stephen Huber. And Richmond with their first turnover of the night, coming at 39.6 seconds remaining here in the opening period of play. Now, Richmond so far has played pretty much mistake-free football up until that point. But again, considering it, you're looking at a very wet field here tonight. We ran into a huge downpour on the way here, and most of that ended up hitting here as well. So now the Spartans, their 5th possession of the football. They're going to put an extra running back in the backfield, and a little mix-up right there. Kelly looked to hand it off to Serqua, but I think Kelly held on to the football, and he's going to get dropped after no gain. Spartans had number 51, Jaden Murray, back there as an extra blocker, but they have not found any success whatsoever against the Red Devils, and I think they're going to let the opening period run out. So Richmond off to a good start here tonight, despite the one turnover they have had so far. The Red Devils on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard after one, leading this one 14-0.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond. Well, we're back here in Connersville. Great to have you with us wherever you may be as we bring you Richmond football all season long. Exclusive coverage here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. And, yep, that is the score, 14-0 for the Red Devils. But I remind you again, the Red Devils got off to a 16-0 start last year and let that one get away and ended up losing in overtime. So, second down for the Spartans. Richmond again trying to get things dominated up front with that 4-man front. That's Kelly on the carry. He slips at the last moment. May have been Stephen Huber again over that left side. Boy, the Red Devils, one thing it is going to be of a little bit of a concern is they will be playing all these guys both ways, and you have to remember they play some teams like Lawrence North next week. They'll play McCutcheon later. Lafayette Jeff, guys that will have 22 starters. Richmond's going to have to be well-conditioned down the stretch in this high school football season. Just underway, second period. Serqua, the lone running back, he gets met immediately. Serqua goes down after a short gain. The Red Devils again defensively playing extremely well up front. That was LaMarcus Thompson, just a junior, 5'9", 236 pounds. And Richmond's winning this battle up front. Fourth down. It has not even been a contest so far between Richmond's front four and Connersville's offensive line. So now Kelly to punt the football away. A low snap here comes again as this is an end-over-end kick and a return by Jones. Jones will slip inside the 30. Not a bad return considering the footing isn't the greatest here tonight. So that'll be first down. Richmond with excellent field position once again with 10:27 remaining here in the second quarter of play. Of course, at halftime, we're going to hear from Alex Snedeker, get his thoughts on what this football team is looking at coming into the 2018 season. Remind you, after the game tonight, we'll have post-game reaction a little bit later. If you don't want to stay up, we'll have it for you tomorrow as well, not only from here, but Centerville and from Northeastern. Snedeker out of the shotgun, and he'll keep it this time, and he goes down. Caught from behind. As looks like Schaefer there to get the sack. Richmond likes to run that little option to the right and look for an option pass, but I don't think anyone was open on the near side. They had Hill split wide to the near side. Hill, by the way, is the backup quarterback at 6'1", 203 pounds, listed as a tight end, but he was split to the near side, and now we'll see Holguin to the near side. Loss of 4 on the sack. That is Jones in motion, and they'll hand it off to Bird. Bird up the middle, high-stepped one defender, gets inside the 30 down to about the 25-yard line. 9:30 remaining. Boy, Bird can be very elusive. As we mentioned, he's not big, but he is very quick, reads the holes extremely well. We watched him in practice earlier this week as they were working on their running game. And he does a nice job finding that open hole. You see Hill moving back in after being split to the near side. Holguin to the near side. Jones split wide left. 3rd down for the Red Devils. Faking the handoff is Snedeker. Throws over the middle, and that ball may have been tipped. And looked like it was number 33 coming in, Jason Beckman, the linebacker, 6 foot 200 pounds, who got a hand on that one. So that's an incomplete pass. And now the Red Devils faced with a 4th down and 7 with 8:56 remaining before halftime. And Richmond may have just called a timeout, and they did. So the Red Devils calling a timeout. Will take a break as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top of this one, 14-0.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
That's a pretty good crowd making the trip down here to see the Red Devils open up here tonight as the fans showing their support for Richmond football even after a tough year last year. But again, as you see, off to a good start, leading it 14-0. I don't think there's any doubt about it when you watch the Red Devils, at least up front. Now the big question is, these guys again are going both ways throughout the entire game. What will they do against a team like Lawrence North and McCutcheon and Lafayette Jeff, some of those teams that have guys not going both ways? 4th down and 7 as Snedeker will look to throw. Pumps once, throws down the middle and over the extended arms. And it looked like that was number 13, Stephen Huber, got down the middle, so the Red Devils go ahead and go for it on 4th down. But the way this defense has played so far here tonight, that's a pretty good call for Tony Lewis and the Red Devils. Richmond also trying to snap a 12-game losing streak. That gives you an idea of how long it's been since the Red Devils have won a football game. You got to go back to 2 years ago. So now the Spartans will have it 1st down and the football just outside the 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. Toole is the wide out nearest to the sideline. Handoff, Cirqua, nowhere to go. They cannot run up the middle against this defense. Jacob Jones was there. He was the first one. Jones playing well early. Also coming in for the Red Devils. Help make the stop, Jake Haynes, the freshman. Boy, Haynes getting some early time. He's looking good early. Haynes in that middle linebacker position. And I like this 4-man front already for Richmond. 2nd down, they'll call it a loss of 1. So second down and 11, 8:13 remaining before halftime. Kelly again out of the shotgun. That ball is badly thrown, but coming in over that right side, Blaine Pierce. I don't think Pierce ended up tipping that football. It may have just come out of the hands of Kelly, and it falls incomplete. And the Spartans continue to struggle on offense as now we're at third down and 11, and 8:07 remaining before halftime. Kelly coming to the sidelines as Connersville trying to find an answer to this offense. Of course, again, they don't have the same running backs they had a year ago. They lose over 2,000 yards rushing off that offense last year. So third down and 11. Circle with a lone setback, and we have whistles, and Connersville this time, the Spartans are going to call a timeout once again. So Connersville down to their single or last timeout. We'll take a break as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top of this one, 14-0.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connersville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Kelly to throw for the Spartans, has a man, and then a big-time hit at the 40-yard line by Trayshawn Jones as he knocks that ball loose. It was in the hands of Colton Glover, but only for a moment, and Jones nailed him. It falls incomplete. It's going to be fourth down and 11, and Colton Glover may not know what town he's in. That's the big hit of the game so far for this Richmond defense. So now Trayshawn will be back to receive the punt, and right now Adam Kelly, the quarterback, is very, very busy with the leg here tonight, punting the football again. This will be his fifth punt of the night, the sixth time that they have had to punt the football. And this one is shanked off the side of his foot, and Richmond's going to get the football in excellent field position once again as they'll mark it at the 49-yard line.
Kelly's punt will go out at the 49-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for Richmond.
Boy, that hit by Jones got everyone a little ooh and ah here in Connersville. That was a big-time hit. Boy, the one thing that Tony Lewis told me earlier this week, and again, they'll have to be very careful because depth-wise, they just don't have a whole lot of depth on this football team, but they want to be as physical as they possibly can. That penalty, by the way, in fact, there was a penalty marker down. So they had a man late coming onto the field. But back to Tony Lewis, just trying to get these guys more physical, and we've seen that, I think, here tonight. They've won the battle at the line of scrimmage. We saw the big hit by Tony Jones, or take that back, for the Red Devils, Trayshawn Jones. They'll fake the handoff. Here is the 45. This is Wyatt Bird at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Bird scores from 49 yards out, his second big run of the night, and the Red Devils put another 6 on the board and now lead this one 20-0. Boy, Bird found that hole, and again, good blocking off the right side. Well, I can tell you right now, those 5 guys up front are really doing an excellent job of opening up holes, and Bird has his second big run of the night, and now Stephen Huber will come in to attempt the extra point. Richmond doing a very good job on that misdirection of faking the handoff one way. And by the time that defense shifts, Bird off to the races. Here's the extra point attempt. And let me tell you what, Huber's turned out to be a pretty good kicker from what we have seen in practice and here tonight. Red Devils in a commanding 21-0 lead on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Well, by the way, I want to remind everyone, following tonight's game, as we said, we will have a post-game reaction from Coach Lewis and try to run down a couple of players, but we're still a ways away from the end of this one as it's 21-0. Bird scoring his second touchdown, this one from 49. And so Richmond again on top, 21-0 as Huber puts a leg into this one far side. It'll stay in bounds, and there will be a return across the 15. Still in his feet, Richmond missing some tackles. A flag is down across the 30 on the return, Gavin Lynch, but there is a flag down. That was what we saw in the scrimmage for Richmond's defense at times. A lot of grabbing. Coach talked about that in the pregame. I think this penalty is going to go against the... Well, wait and see here. But as talking about the Richmond's defense doing a lot of grabbing, they have solidified that. We've seen some pretty good tackling here tonight up until maybe that point in special teams. The flag is at the 25 on the far side. You see the official has the two markers right behind him, so this penalty is going to go against Connersville. 7:32 remaining here in the first half. And we'll move it all the way back to the 14-yard line. So a block in the back by Connersville. And so the Spartans once again will try to get this offense rolling. It has not been a good night for the Spartans on offense. Not only have they not gotten on the board, but they just haven't been able to move the football at all. First down and 10. Kelly will give it to Circo over the right side. He's going to get about 4. Flag is down again.
Penalty markers all over the playing surface.
Jewel Taylor playing well in that 4-man front. Flag is at, well, we've got 2 flags down. One came at about the 20-yard line, the other one back at around the 16. There you see the bleacher creatures and the Red Devil cheerleaders here tonight. I'll tell you what, this is a good crowd. Despite knowing it might rain tonight, which we've been lucky, and it hasn't come to fruition. That penalty was on the Red Devils, by the way. We'll move the Spartans to the 35, but it's a pretty good crowd. So now, first down and 10, 7:23 remaining. Here in the first half, Cirqua with 2 H-backs, and they'll hand it off to the outside. Glover at the 40 takes a hit again. And to tell you what, Trayshawn Jones ends up hitting Glover again on a nice low tackle, and Jones ends up losing his helmet. He will come off, but another big hit by Trayshawn Jones. Red Devils make a change. Ali Akri coming in for the Red Devils. Akri just a junior at 5'9", 135 pounds. 6:56 to go. Spartans have not gotten across that 50-yard line very much. In fact, I'm not sure they've gotten across the 50 at all so far here tonight. With this offense, here's the pitch. They're going to try to get it the outside again. Glover turns the corner, and Glover run out of bounds. Late hit on Richmond. First down, and they're going to tack some more on it. Circle went down on the lead block. He might still be hurt. And also down is Colton Glover. And Glover's not getting up. He may have run right into those bleachers on the late hit. He is up now. But there will be 15 yards added to it. That's something that we saw a few times last year where the Red Devils got themselves in a little bit of trouble on some late hits out of bounds and added on to the end of the play. And that's what's going to happen right here. That is the third penalty on the Red Devils here tonight. By the way, when this game is over, as always, we will archive the game. You can watch it at any time. So now the Spartans, I just mentioned, they have rarely gotten across the 50-yard line, and now here they are. They need something positive to try to finish out this first half. 6:36 remaining. So now the Spartans have it first down and 10. Cirqua again is the fullback in this offense. He's going to get the call, and Cirqua down to the 30.
He's get it to the 30-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 4.
Cirqua will give the Spartans now a second down at about 4. Now, this might be the best drive they have had thanks to the late hit penalty on the Red Devils. And we're under the 6-minute mark. Kelly will put a man in motion. Cirqua again, not much this time. He might get a yard. Jacob Jones, one of those there for the Red Devils, and another young man getting his jersey plenty dirty is Branton Thomas. Branton, one of the defensive linemen, 6'1", 230 pounds. He's going to be a pretty good one this year. So now the Spartans will be faced with a 3rd down and 3. Shane Smith, the lone wide receiver to the far side, has yet to get his jersey dirty. Cirqua again lined up as the fullback, man in motion. Kelly fakes, rolls to his right, throws. Cirqua makes the catch, but there's Bryce Brown knocking it loose, and they're going to say that is an incomplete pass. Cirqua, I think, had it for a moment, but Bryce was there all over him, knocks it out of his hands, and good coverage there by the Red Devil linebacker to knock that one away. And so now the Spartans faced with a 4th down and 3. That'll stop the clock at 5:07 remaining here in the second quarter. Coming out of the ball game will be Shane Smith now for Connersville, as you see Kelly going back out as well. So now the Spartans, you're down 21-0, and you may give the football back to that Richmond offense. Man in motion once again from right to left. Kelly on the roll, throws. Ball is going to be dropped, and maybe Colton Glover thinking about what is coming after taking a couple of big hits here tonight. He drops the football, and the Red Devils will get it back on downs. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that Glover was looking ahead to see who might be coming to lay a hit on him again. So Richmond will get the football. Plenty of time left here in the first half. 5:06 remaining. Bird back in. Alex Snedeker hasn't thrown the football a whole lot here tonight, but so far hasn't had to, as Richmond has led this one from the very beginning. Handoff. Nope, they're going to keep it. That'll be Snedeker on the keeper. Snedeker at 35, 40, 45, 50. Snedeker has room, gets into Connersville territory, driven down, but not until he gets too close to the 30-yard line of Connersville. Good run by Snedeker. Boy, Richmond's had 3 big runs tonight, 2 by Bird, and now Snedeker on the nice carry. And you still have to give plenty of credit to that offensive line. They sustain their blocks even through the fakes that are being made by Snedeker. And Connersville over-shifting once again to the left, and Snedeker able to get the big run. First down and 10, 4:52 to go here before halftime. Richmond will put Jones in motion. Handoff will be Bird. Bird over the left side. He's at the 20, breaks a tackle, and will be brought down close to the 17-yard line. Let's see where they'll spot the football. Nonetheless, it'll be good enough for another Red Devil first down.
It'll be 1st and 10.
Boy, Richmond moving the football down the field very quickly. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Richmond trying to go up 28-0. Bird again will stay in as the lone setback. That is Holguin in motion. And this is Bird over the left side as they did it again. Nice job on faking the handoff to the man in motion. That'll put the football in around the 15-yard line, and they're carrying out their fakes very well. Under the 4-minute mark. Now in the first half. Boy, if you do the end around with Holguin, he's got pretty good speed. He can do it. Trayshawn Jones, another guy, can run the football, but so far they have not given him an opportunity, and now we got a flag down. The handoff was to Holguin. So the penalty will go against the Red Devils. That'll be the 4th penalty on Richmond here tonight. A reminder, next week we'll be back at Leibold Field as we'll take on the Wildcats of Lawrence North. That is again a 7 o'clock kickoff time. Pregame coverage again, as always, at 6:30. Second down at 8. That is Bird in the backfield. Bird gets the call up the middle, finds a hole. Bird cuts back against the grain, scores again as Bird scores from 20 yards out, and Bird his 3rd touchdown of the night. This one will come at 3:15 to go, and there you see it again as Richmond able to open up those holes. And now the Red Devils on top of this one, 27-0. So back in for the extra point for the Red Devils once again. Stephen Huber, the kick is up, and it is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it is all Richmond. On top of this one, 28-0.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
By the way, halftime, it is Northeastern on top of Union County, 8-0. We'll have post-game coverage of that game. A little bit later tonight, all the scores as well. We'll have coverage from the Centerville game tonight as well as they take on Lincoln. All those teams opening up in the Tri-Eastern Conference because of adding Knightstown to the league. And we've got a flag again. I think Richmond may have gotten offsides on the return. 3:15 remaining here in the first half.
Offsides on the kicking team.
So Richmond again offsides. Oh, Wyatt Bird, a good night. Well over 100 yards rushing and now 3 touchdowns. So we'll back it up to the 35. We mentioned Huber, watching him in practice this week. He is really very, very solid. Good deep kick, return from the 15 by Lynch. Lynch again to the outside. Good special teams played by the Red Devils. One of those in there was Jack Gully. Gully, a sophomore, 5'8", 135 pounds on special teams. Now 3:07 remaining. Well, and I know last year the Red Devils felt good going into the locker room at halftime and a 16-0 lead, and I'm sure that the coaching staff will remind this football team to not let down in the second half here tonight. All right, it'll be Spartans football, 1st and 10, and we'll put the football at the 31-yard line. Tool in motion. There is the roll and the pass intended for Schaefer over the middle. Good pressure put on again by Richmond's defense. Brandon Thomas coming in strong from the right side of that Red Devil defense, forcing Kelly to throw the football before he wanted to, and an incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. By the way, don't forget, check out our website, radiotroy.com. We'll have all the scores and much more from all over tomorrow morning on the sports page. The only sports page in Richmond. 2nd down here for the Spartans. Kelly to throw. Has Toole, and Toole makes the catch at the 35. Takes a hit. Helmet comes off. He holds on to the football, but Trayshawn Jones was there. Bryce Brown there as well for the Red Devils. Boy, one thing we've seen Trayshawn Jones do tonight is he has been relentless on defense. He has been flying to the football. Jason Beckman coming in, number 33 now for the Spartans. 3rd down and 6. And we're down to 2:35 to go here in the first half. Spartans will have one wide out. That is Gavin Lynch. They're just trying to find a way to protect Kelly here tonight and run the football. Kelly's going to keep it, and he goes nowhere. Boy, I tell you what, Richmond has not bought that fake to Cirqua at all. And there is Brenton Thomas again, and also coming in there for the Red Devils, Bryce Brown. Football at the 35. You know, so far there is nowhere for the Spartans to run up the middle against this Red Devil defense. 4th down and 6, 1:51. And the way the Red Devils have run the football tonight, there's plenty of time on the clock to maybe put another 6 or 7 on the board. They will have excellent field position right here as Connersville one man late coming on. That was Maxwell Crank, and Huber almost got another one. That one lands at the 40, and we'll take a Connersville roll at the 37, and that's where the Red Devils take over 1st and 10. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. When you're staying in Richmond, if you're from out of town, there's one clear choice. That's Best Western Classic. They have all the amenities you're looking for, including indoor pool, a fitness center, conference space for meetings, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, located at 533 West Eaton Pike in Richmond. All right, Richmond football once again, 37-yard line. 28-0, trying to add to it here in the first quarter. Holguin in motion, again Bird. Bird has lead blockers, but, boy, I tell you what, great defensive play by Connersville that time. Coming in was Beckman to make the stop. He ended up fighting through a couple of lead blockers. Hill was there, Jones was there. But he was able to fight through and get the tackle. Nice job on defense by Beckman. Jackson Haynes was out on the lead block as well. Hash mark right, football 36, 2nd down and 11. Richmond now with 45 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. Might be the final play of the first half. Snedeker once again, hands off to Bird. Bird dragging a couple of tacklers to the 40-yard line. McQueen was there to make the stop, and I think Richmond's going to let this thing run out here in the first half and be satisfied to head into the locker room with a first half lead of 28-0. Richmond will not have to run another play right here, as you see many of the players now starting to head toward the locker room, and that's going to do it for the first half. We will come back. We're going to hear from Alex Snedeker coming up in a few moments on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond 28 and Connersville nothing. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond. Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
We're back once again here in Connersville on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. There you see it, Richmond leading this one 28-0. They have simply dominated this one on the offensive and defensive lines, and now the look toward the second half. Richmond, by the way, did not go into a locker room. They are still out. They went to the end zone. They're going to stay out there and do their team meetings in the end zone instead of going all the way back to the locker room, which is something a little bit different as well under head coach Tony Lewis. Before we get to the first half scoring, I want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by Subway. With a mixture of fresh ingredients, a whole lot of customer service, and a dash of innovation, Subway continues to be the leader of providing nutritious and delicious sandwiches the whole family will love. You can try one of their signature sandwiches, including the Black Forest ham, the meatball marinara, or even the oven-roasted chicken. How about one of their delicious salads, including the chicken and bacon ranch, roast beef, or veggie delight? And, of course, don't forget about their breakfast menu. Sandwiches include Black Forest ham and egg cheese, bacon and egg cheese, steak, egg, and white and cheese, and just some great things on the menu. Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Now let's go and run down the first half scoring here tonight. The Red Devils got things started early. They used their special teams to do the job when they ended up getting a block kick. Stephen Huber coming over from the right side, blocking the punt. Red Devils got the football deep in Connersville territory. Alex Snedeker, one play, 7 yards out to score. The extra point was good. 9:49 remaining in the first. Red Devils leading at 7-0. It was Wyatt Bird scoring on the second possession from 1 yard out. 6:41 of the first quarter. The extra point was good. That made it 14-0. Bird coming back with a 49-yard touchdown run in the second quarter at 7:42. The extra point was good. That made it 21-0. And then the Red Devils finished it out. Bird scoring again from 20 yards out. 3:15 remaining in the first half on that score. The extra point was good, and that's where we stand at halftime, 28-0. Well, Alex Snedeker, the starting quarterback, we talked earlier this week a little bit about his expectations as the starting quarterback. Here's that interview from earlier this week from Alex Snedeker. Alec, I've had a chance to watch you in practice a couple of times, watch you a little bit in the scrimmage. How comfortable are you with the offense right now?
Really comfortable. Calvert's helped me a lot. There's been a great system put around me, great help. And a lot of the guys, like Julian's a real big help teaching receivers. And when I have guys up front like Blaine, he can help the line make their calls. I'm just facilitating, make sure everybody knows what they're doing.
You know, Blaine said the one thing about it is that really everybody's got to do their homework and they got to know exactly what they're doing, which is very true. And watching you have to do a little bit of that directing, too, out there to help some of the other guys.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just, like I said, I'm just facilitating. I'm like, you know your job? Okay, good. You know yours? Okay, we can do this. Everybody's good. Yep.
Are you pretty comfortable right now? I know listen, we haven't even gotten to the first game yet, and you're going to learn a lot throughout the year, but are you pretty comfortable?
Yeah. A lot of this isn't new to me coming in. I've played under a different coach every year since I was in, like, the 4th grade. So adjusting to a new system, I'm used to it, and all these guys are really helpful.
You know, that is different, though. I mean, especially at the high school level, 3rd coach in 3 years, 3 different systems. You kind of throw the book out last year, maybe take a few things. But has that been a difficult transition for you and this team?
No, I thought the team was really ready after last year. After not winning a game, we were ready to do anything. Even before Coach had, off-season conditioning, which started at Thanksgiving. We were out at Erlen before that, lifting, throwing, getting things down, looking forward to next year. So when Coach came in, we were already ready. We were ready to do something, anything we had to do to get a win.
Talk about Coach Lewis and certainly what he has brought to the table this year, and I guess from a standpoint of just coming in and kind of taking over this program at perhaps its lowest level and trying to get you guys back up where you belong.
Yeah, the main difference is the set of values that he brings in. It's really, there's a lot you don't see on the field that he does for us. In the weight room, we live completely differently. We're more unified as a team. That's really going to help us in the long run. I don't know if you'll see tremendous results right now, but you'll definitely see some, and you'll see a lot more in the future. Just the culture is changing here. I know we said that last year, but it's not. It's really starting to look different.
Do you forget about last year as much as you possibly can? And I'm sure people are always going to remind you about that. That's just the nature of sports sometimes. But how much do you guys just say, listen, we're not even going to think a second about a year ago?
I don't think about last year. I've got so many new things to learn and play here that you really have to focus on right here, right now to get to where you want to be.
I got to ask you that, the quarterback is the most, I guess, obvious position on the field because everybody looks at you. Talk about adding that to you got some playing time last year, there's no doubt about that, so you kind of know what that feels like. Is it different now knowing that you're stepping in from the very beginning?
No, it's not different at all. Just when you go on the field, it's sometimes like a crazy feeling. You just feel a curtain come down around you. Because you drilled it all week long, and you can go and know your job and know what you have to do, and you forget about everything else.
Yeah, so everything around you just don't even notice it, really.
Yeah.
Connersville, talk about them, what you know from them a year ago. I know they've lost some key players from last year, especially in their running game. Let's talk about you and what you see in their defense that you guys have worked on this week that maybe you can exploit on Friday night.
It's really just getting the ball in the hands of our key players and just knowing that there's no reason that we should be out-physicaled and just going out there playing our hardest and not letting up. I know we let some things happen in the second half last year, and we're in a lot better condition this year. Like I said, in the weight room and some of the running on the field and in the gym, we've really gotten better athletes, been better athletically, and we're better prepared mentally because when you don't tire out in the second half or the fourth quarter, you stop making those mental mistakes as much, and so you're allowed to be a better athlete and know what you're doing, and you can make big plays.
Hey, my final thing for you is, and I asked Julian the same thing, your senior season and such, and now you're getting ready to play Friday night. When you walk out there for the first time, is it going to be kind of hard not to get really amped up and you're going to have to calm yourself down a little bit?
I felt this the same way in practice. In like the 6th grade when I knew I was starting quarterback for a little hub team. I get really nervous before practice, and the closer it came, the more I calmed down because I got on the field and I realized this is a football field. This is exactly what I've been practicing on. This is what I do every day, 6 days a week.
Again, quarterback Alex Snedeker, talking with him earlier this week, and again, good start for the Red Devils as they lead it 28-0. A couple of their scores did get one out of the NCC. Kokomo getting pounded by New Pal, 35-0 in the second quarter. That game played at New Pal. Hagerstown, they were leading Knightstown 7-0 at halftime, and Northeastern in a low-scoring affair against Lincoln. On top of that one, 8-0. And, of course, we'll see. I'm just going to see if we got a score from any other games. Well, that update on the Northeastern game, 9 minutes left in the third quarter, and Northeastern still up on that one, 8-0. So we'll get you finals as they come across more in the second half. We will come back in just a few moments. We have the second half coming up here from Connersville. The Red Devils on top of this one, 28-0. This is Richmond football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Its mission is to honor the men and women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history, from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weeview Bank, Vegas Ferguson, Newt Rockne, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North A Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Take time to visit Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, Call 765-935-8905.
By the way, a little bit of rain coming down now here in Connersville as we're getting ready for the second half in just a few moments. Hey, plenty of activity going on tomorrow. The Richmond girls golf team will be at the Connersville Invitational. The cross-country team hosting the Richmond Invited IU East tomorrow. The boys soccer team will be at the Greenfield Central Cup. The volleyball team makes that trip to Kokomo, playing in a very good Invitational tomorrow as well. Some of the other area sports going on tomorrow. The Centerville cross-country team will be at the Shelbyville Invitational. The boys tennis team, weather permitting, is at Peru for their invite. Volleyball team will play at the Southport Invitational. The Seton volleyball team will be at Shenandoah for their invite. The Seton Catholic boys soccer team hosting Anderson Prep Academy tomorrow. Union County's cross-country team will be at Southwestern for their invitational. The Northeastern boys tennis team at the Newcastle invite. The volleyball team will travel to Portland to play in the Jay County Invitational. The Northeastern cross-country team will be at IU East tomorrow for the Richmond Invitational. Lincoln volleyball team is at the Shenandoah Invitational as well. The Lincoln cross-country team is at Shelbyville also tomorrow. The boys tennis team at the Hagerstown, Lincoln boys tennis team at the Hagerstown Invitational. Union County cross-country team will be at Monroe Central for their invite. The Union County girls and boys soccer teams at Greensburg tomorrow. Union City, their volleyball team at Shenandoah for the invite. Union City will run in the cross-country run at the Remember Bryan run tomorrow. Another busy day. Randolph Southern, their cross-country team at Monroe Central, and the boys tennis team also at Hagerstown. You can check our website, radiotroy.com, for all of the sports activities that'll be going on tomorrow. We will come back. We'll get the second half underway in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Well, we dodged the rain up until halftime. We got some light showers going on right now as Richmond back out. We'll see the Spartans. Of course, we've got to trade sides. You see the two officials getting the players to move where they belong as we get ready for the second half of play. Again, I want to remind you, next week back home against Lawrence North. And, of course, throughout the week we'll talk with the only media outlet in Richmond that talks with the players and Coach Tony Lewis each and every week is right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Spartans will put the football at the 40-yard line as we're ready for the third quarter.
Number 27, Cole Martin.
Richmond will have Trayshawn Jones deep. Also deep will be Wyatt Bird. Just a light rain, nothing too heavy. I don't think it's going to last very long. This field, though, has taken a beating so far here tonight. Footing could be an issue. This will be a very short kick, but we have whistles that stop play. Spartans may have been offsides.
Offsides on the kicking team.
So we will back him up 5 yards and try it again. By the way, next week will also be a fun Friday night. Hopefully a lot of fans will come out and see the Red Devils take on Lawrence North, but heard about some of the great players are going to be honored next week as well. Redo some of the jerseys they have outside of the Leibold Field, a short kick, and that'll be received at the 35, and so Richmond will have good field position, their first possession here of the second half. I want to thank all of our sponsors. We have 37 sponsors this year. And as you hear them, please make sure that you frequent their businesses and thank them for making our broadcast possible again here in our 9th year of Radio Troy Digital Sports and my 34th overall, 29 here in Richmond. Bird on the carry. Bird got grabbed by the ankles. Good defensive play. That was Jaden Murray grabbing hold of Bird and bringing him down. Otherwise, Bird may have found some more running room around the left side. 9 years. When we started Radio Troy, there were all the people who called us rogue and said we wouldn't last. By the way, Bird leaving the ball game, limping a little bit as he heads to the sidelines. But now 9 years in. We mentioned 37 sponsors between our high school coverage as well as our coverage of Earlham College athletics. And we are the only ones that also bring you daily scores. That's a broken play. Snedeker looked to hand off. He's actually going to make something positive out of that play. He had Holguin in motion. Holguin went right by him, and Snedeker kind of looked, and a little bit of surprise on his face that he didn't take the handoff. Third down as we see the dark clouds moving in again from the south and the west. As long as we don't have any lightning, we're in good shape. Holguin near side. Third down, 6. Just underway here in the third. By the way, Bird out of the ball game still. Nope, he is back in. That's going to be Huber. There's a pass to the fullback and a first down and more. Nice pass to Bryce Brown, who gets inside the 40. And Bryce able to get a first down, and now he's a little shaken up. And that young man right there, he had suffered through tons of injuries last year, and he's going to limp off, and hopefully he's okay. So Bryce, he might have hurt that right ankle, and that's what sidelined him many games last year. So Bryce is out. First down, Red Devils. 10 minutes remaining in the third. Richmond into Connersville territory for the first time here in the second half, and the ball comes loose on the snap. Flags are down, and I think Blaine just lost the football when he was ready to snap it to his quarterback out of the shotgun. As we mentioned, with that recent rain we just had, things are going to be a little bit slippery here in the second half. 6 penalties now on the Red Devils. Just one, though, that what you would consider a bad penalty. That was the one that had the late hit out of bounds in the second quarter. So now it'll be first down and 15. Huber stays in the backfield, and Huber gets the call. Huber to the outside, finds a hole and gets most of it back. Looks like he's going to be close to a Red Devil first down. And around the 29-yard line. And depending on the spot of the football, he is very close. Well, they're going to call it short. In fact, put a knee down about a yard, maybe 2 yards short of a first down. Second down, Huber again. Starts left, cuts back up the middle, and he got the first down this time. Jaden Murray there on the stop for the Spartans. Richmond able to run the football very effectively thanks to those 5 guys up front. They have again looked very, very good, and Brandon Thomas has now come in as well. Thomas had come in as a tight end, and now he moves to the right side. So Richmond has Hill and Thomas as their 2 tight ends. You've got some big bodies up there blocking. Handoff, Bird trying to get to the outside. He'll be brought down at about the 21-yard line. Boy, Richmond running the football. They can take a lot of time off the clock here in the second half. Now it looks like we may have another penalty. I didn't see the flag where it was thrown, but that'll be penalty number 7 now on Richmond, as you see the official calling a holding penalty. That might be the first holding penalty on the Red Devils here tonight. I just heard the officials here in the press box looking for the flag as well. I don't think anybody saw a flag come down. Bird will stay in. We'd mentioned a little bit ago he came off limping, but he is back in, and he's been a workhorse here tonight. Trayshawn Jones stays wide to the left. Holguin to the near side. That is Holguin in motion. Here is Bird. Bird finds that hole up the middle again. Bird inside the 25. Still on his feet all the way down to the 15-yard line. Bird has been virtually unstoppable. That young man right there just continues to turn those legs. He kind of reminds you of just a small fullback. 7:57 remaining. So now Richmond at first down. Football at the 15-yard line. There you see one change as Huber coming in. He'll now be the wide out to the near side. Bird will stay in. Holguin in motion. They'll fake the handoff to Holguin. Hands off to Bird. Bird goes nowhere and may even lose a yard. Coming in to make the stop, number 58, Anthony McLean. McLean, the senior. 5'11", 190 pounds, and a very good linebacker. So now the Red Devils faced with a second down. They're going to call that a loss of about a yard or so, maybe a little bit more than a yard. Let's call it second down and 11. Red Devils again on top of this one, 28-0. Looking to snap that long losing streak, and after an 0-10 season last year, here's Holguin. Holguin around the left side, 15 at the 10, knocked out of bounds, right at the marker, and they may say stepped out of bounds a little bit shy of the first down. So Holguin at about the, 6-yard line? Let's wait and see where they spot the football. We're going to put the football at around the 6. Is that where they put it? It's going to be third down and 2. 6:46 remaining as you see the Red Devils line up once again. No huddle offense, low snap, handoff Bird. Bird is going to get the first down as he got it inside the 5. That's good enough for the first down for Richmond. It'll be first and goal. Of course, if they move it back, this could be interesting. And I think they did. They might have moved that football back a little bit, but it looks like we may have to go ahead and get a measurement right here as they take a look at it. Now, there's no doubt that the Red Devils are going to go for it no matter what, but looks like we have a timeout. So we've got an official's timeout for the measurement. Reminder, tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group, a nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. So first down for the Red Devils after the measurement. So first and goal from the 4-yard line. That is Holguin in motion, and Brenton Thomas moved on the right side. He was ready to pull and block that outside linebacker. So the Red Devils are looking to run it to the right side. That is number 8 now. 3 in the second half. Now on Richmond. So now it'll be first and goals. We'll move the football back to the 9-yard line. High snap. And this time the quarterback will keep it and nowhere to go as Snedeker brought down. It'll be a loss of yardage as he was tackled there by Maxwell Crank. And the Red Devils now find themselves at second down and goal And we're going to put the football at just shy of the 10-yard line. Notice the football is right there. There you see the quarterback. That is Snedeker, number 9, looking to the sideline. Bird will stay in the backfield. Looks like Stephen Huber is the receiver to the near side. This time Holguin split wide left. 2 tight end formation. And they're going to throw over the middle. Ball caught, and it'll be Holguin in for the touchdown from 10 yards out, and the Red Devils add 6 more on the board. Their first passing touchdown of the 2018 season, and the Red Devils in command at 5:14 remaining here in the third. So Holguin, the 10-yard touchdown reception. And Huber will come in to attempt the extra point. Snedeker will be the holder. High snap. The kick is on the way. And I think he missed this one wide to the right. So the first extra point missed for Stephen Huber. But the Red Devils, their first passing touchdown of the 2018 season. And the Red Devils now lead this one 34-0.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
Well, the Red Devils in command of this one as Richmond will give the football back to the Spartans on a wet, nasty night here in Connersville to open up the 2018 season. And right now, I think the Red Devils really care too much about the weather. They're just glad that they are in control of this one at 34-0 as they look to avenge the loss from last year. If our camera person will wake up, that ball will go out of bounds on the far side.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team.
So that'll go against the Red Devils. Spartans will have the football, I believe. We'll put it at the 35-yard line. Boy, you see the wear right there. You see the place of the football, but you can just tell these guys are going to have a footing problem the rest of the way. So the Spartans, still nothing going offensively. Serqua puts his head down, the fullback, tripped up by Wyatt Bird. I'm a little worried about Bird. He is limping again. They've got him out there, and again, out of necessity. They don't have enough bodies ready to play, and so Richmond, virtually everybody that they have on defense has played at some point on offense, too. That is going to be a huge concern for this team over a 10-game schedule. They will have to really take it easy during the middle of the week practices as far as hitting goes, but till they develop a little bit more depth. 2nd down and 4. There's a flag down.
Penalty on the play.
By the way, Connersville will travel to Franklin County next week. That has been a tough one for the Spartans over the last several years, and the penalty against the Red Devils will be marked off to the 46-yard line. Well, if you just joined us, the Red Devils got off to a good start. Special teams getting that block punt, and that led to their first score, and it's been all Richmond ever since. 1st down, football again at the 46-yard line. Kelly the pitch, and we've got another flag. Things getting a tad sloppy now here in the third. That'll be procedure call against the Spartans.
from the 41-yard line.
So the Red Devils gave them 5, and Spartans give it right back. Shane Smith, one of the receivers coming out, returning to the lineup will be Warren Toole, the senior, stepping back in for the Spartans. 3:51 remaining in the third. Kelly again out of the shotgun. Sorkwa back there as well. Kelly to throw, and Toole makes the catch and hit immediately again by Trayshawn Jones. Jones has played well, tackling, open field tackling here tonight. Jones gets another. Well, they may throw that way, but Jones on top of it once again. The football you see right there at the 46-yard line. Second down and 10. Jones had the probably hardest hit of the night when he knocked the ball out of the hands of Colton Glover in the first half. Schaefer wide to the right. Kelly's going to keep it himself. Finds some running room up the middle, and a nice run by Kelly close to the first down. Hill there for the Red Devils to help make the stop.
That's enough for a Spartan.
Don't forget, every week we'll go inside Richmond football, the only place you can see inside Richmond football with Tony Lewis is right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Talk to the coach every week. Beginning this week, we'll sit down and not only talk about this first game of the year, but of course, week by week. The pitch. Here's Serqua to the outside. Serqua, big body across the 40, diving ahead. Hill is there for the Red Devils and also there for Richmond. That may have been number 42. I believe that was 42. Came up a little bit limping was Jewel Taylor. Coming up on the 2-minute mark there, you see the Red Devil defensive front. Those four have played well, and Richmond again have tried to keep some healthy bodies in there as much as they can. They just don't have much coming off the bench as Kelly goes down. He started to go right, came back, and met a lot of resistance. First one in there was Jake Haynes, just a freshman at 5'11", 170 pounds. Haynes, the linebacker, he has played well here tonight. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 4. See what the Spartans have in store now as they come to the line of scrimmage here with the minute 17 remaining. Kelly will fake the first running back, gives it to the outside. On the run will be Glover. Glover is going to be close to that first down, I think, at least from our vantage point. He gets a first down. Now, really at this point, I think Richmond might be getting a little bit tired. Again, these guys are going both ways, and you can kind of tell hands are on hips right now, those guys up front. And that eventually will wear on you a little bit. And we're down to 49 seconds remaining. Hand off to the outside on the carry. That is going to be Gavin Lynch.
Lynch, the ball carry.
Lynch to the 30.
Brought down by Hill. There's a 30-yard line.
Only a gain of maybe a yard and a half. 2nd down and 8. Spartans, by the way, do not have to make a play right here as we're down to 19 seconds on the game clock. And now there's about a 2-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. And I think, well, right now the Spartans are going to go ahead and go for it. Try to get a play in here before the end of the 3rd quarter. Hand off, second back, Serqua. Serqua gets down to about the 23, and that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. We will head to the fourth. It's all Richmond here tonight on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond 34, Connersville nothing. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 Southeast Street in Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Well, 12 more minutes remaining here in Connersville as the Red Devils lead at 34-0, and Richmond now trying to keep the Spartans out of the end zone. 3rd down and 7 as Kelly has 3 in the backfield. Hand off to the second back. Good fake to the lead back, but not much there. Cirqua again on the carry, and Richmond's defense holding it now 4th down. It's actually not 4th down and 7. We're probably more to 4th down and 3. As you see the football placed right in the middle of where that field is getting worn out quite a bit. Footing can't be very good at this point. So we'll put the football at the 23-yard line. Smith lined up wide to the left as Connersville ran out just trying to run the football, and Cirqua gets the call again, runs right into Jewel Taylor right there to take the shot, but I think it's going to be a first down, and it is. Boy, Jewel a little bit shaken up as well. I'm sure at some point, though the Red Devils may not want to, they may have to put some of those youngsters in and just to make sure that everybody's healthy next week. First down, 11:04 to go. Here in the 4th quarter, Kelly fakes the handoff, drops to throw, ball caught, and Smith makes the catch, brought down outside the 10. Richmond coming up, making the stop. That looked like Bird, and he's hurt again. And he is limping off, this time his left ankle. That might be the same ankle that was bothering him earlier. Also coming out of the lineup for the Red Devils. That looked like Jewel is coming out as well. And it is. Taylor heading to the sidelines. Now Richmond going very young right here with a couple of new players in the lineup. Kelly takes the snap. He'll give it to his fullback, who dives ahead very close to the 6-yard line, maybe depending where they put the football. See, he went down before that, so we'll mark it back to the, 8-yard line. Cirqua gets the first down again. Again, I just have to believe that Richmond getting a little worn out right here. Connersville has committed to the run right at this stage. They want to get something positive on the board before this one ends here tonight and think about next week, and they're trying to wear the Red Devils down here in the 4th quarter. So first down, Cirqua again, and this time Kelly on the keeper, and Kelly diving ahead. I don't think he got in. He may get to the 1-yard line. Good fake to Cirqua. And so the Spartans trying to get that goose egg off the board here in the 4th quarter. The game pretty much decided at this point with just 9 minutes remaining. Boy, you look at the Richmond sidelines and you think about the players that are over there. They're all bunched together, but there just aren't very many of them. And depth and finding fresh bodies is going to be a concern all year long. The quarterback keeper, and Kelly gets in from 1 yard out, and the Spartans get on the board for the first time. It took until the fourth quarter, but they did so with 8:48 remaining. We'll see who's coming out to attempt the extra point. Cole Martin is a sophomore. Good size at 6'3", 210 pounds. If you want your son to play football and you don't want him to get hurt or get his uniform very dirty, make sure he's a kicker. Kelly will be the holder, and the extra point is on the way. It is good. So the Spartans get on the board here in the fourth quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils continue to lead this one 34-7.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Back here at Connersville as the Red Devils will get the football back here in the fourth quarter. Get a reminder later on, we'll have all the scores for you when they start rolling in on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Make sure you tune in either tonight or if you prefer to wait until tomorrow morning, we can do that as well. However you want to do it, we will have the scores for you. Line drive kick. There will be a return. Good job and a big-time hit. Ball came loose, but I think that Holguin was down. If he wasn't, Taylor was there to get the football back. Boy, Holguin took a shot on special teams. That's the second hardest hit we have seen here tonight. By the way, the 34 points, the most scored. Richmond, their highest last year, was against Connersville. They managed 16. Richmond scored in double figures only 3 times the entire season a year ago. It took them until the 4th game of the season before they accumulated 30 points. And we've got a timeout. Just to give you an idea, the Red Devils had 16 against Connersville. They were beaten by New Pal 61-7. They managed only 7 against Indianapolis Tech. They had 14 on the board against Muncie Central. So it took them until 4 games in before they managed to score the 34 points that they have managed to put together here tonight. So even from that standpoint, you have to say that tonight is a huge, huge positive. And defensively, you've only given up 7 points tonight. And boy, last year the Red Devils were giving up nearly 50 points per game. No matter how you slice it, here in this one tonight, the Red Devils have made a huge, huge improvement from 1 year ago. All right, following the quick timeout, 1st down and 10. And a new quarterback is in as the rain starting to come down once again. Richmond going very young this time is Eli Irvin, a freshman, 5'11" and only 135 pounds. As Richmond now starting to make some changes, and it appears that they're going to make some other changes as well. We'll try to pick these up as we go. We'll see DeMarco Owens, another freshman, 5'8", 180 pounds. Owens is in the backfield. Richmond, I believe, has also replaced their entire offensive line. So here's Owens on the carry. Owens, hard run across the 35, down at about the 37-yard line.
For 22, DeMarco Owens, the ball carrier.
Richmond bringing in Clayton Raper, a sophomore, 5'11", 255 pounds. We'll pick these up as we go as Richmond has made wholesale changes. Jack Guiley is in, and we mentioned Guiley on special teams. He wears number 4. Again, that rain starting to come down a little bit more here in the fourth quarter. Quarterback will keep it himself and driven down.
He brought down by Beckman and Schaefer near the line of scrimmage and bring up 4th and 3.
So Irvin may have got back to the line of scrimmage as we are down now to 7 minutes remaining. Well, the good thing about this is you get a chance to get some of those younger guys in there, 4th down and 3, and let them get a taste of some varsity football here tonight. So now the Red Devils will bring their punting unit on. Richmond is going to use as much clock as they possibly can here in the fourth quarter. The key now for the Red Devils the rest of the way in this one is just stay as healthy as you possibly can. No injuries. Richmond's going to get another timeout right here. We will take a break. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond on top 34-7.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Red Devils decide to go and go for it, or they're going to punt it. They will punt it. They're in punt formation right now, and that'll be Huber on the kick. And this will go out of bounds on the near side. Well, maybe the Red Devils will go ahead and go for it right there and try to get this thing over with, as the Red Devils may make some wholesale changes on defense. Let's see who's coming out here. Well, actually, many of their starters are coming back. They got a bit of a mixture in there now. We have all kinds of different numbers. Looks like John Carter is in as well. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see who that is. We'll try to pick him up as we go. As we said, there's all kinds of new faces in there. Kelly, Circle, big hole, 50, 45, 40. Circle on a foot race, locked down at about the 25-yard line. Holguin runs him down, or was that? Well, Circle made the run. I was trying to see who made the stop. That was Huber made the stop. Everybody's jersey is getting a little bit dirty, especially for those guys who have been in the ball game for most of the night. The mud is starting to accumulate on those white uniforms. But Circle, a nice run. 6 minutes remaining. Again, Richmond making all kinds of changes. That defensive line is a lot different than it was earlier. Here comes the throw by Kelly, and almost picked off, and a nice hit again. As Stephen Huber puts the hit on the receiver, Shane Smith. Still trying to pick up who's up front. That's number 81. The numbers on the roster listed, or the players are listed not by their number but by their class, which is a little bit unusual. And I don't see an 81 on my roster for Richmond. Serkwa stays in as the fullback. Kelly to throw. Over the middle. Ball's caught and touchdown, Connersville. That'll go from about 22 yards out. On the receiving end was Shane Smith. And it's 34-13. But I do remind you that this is happening with a lot of young players in there for the Red Devils. So the extra point once again by Cole Martin. Kick is on the way. Wasn't pretty, but it was good enough to get across on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils still lead this one, 34-14.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Well, Richmond will get the football back unless we see an onside kick here by the Spartans, which very well could be the case as Martin lines it up at the 40. Get another score. All of a sudden it's 34-21. He will be kicked deep, and the Red Devils have a return, and this will be on the return for the Red Devils. Holguin. So Richmond football, I was surprised that time. Spartans didn't go an onside kick right there, knowing the Red Devils have brought in a whole slew of backup players, and they didn't move the football on offense. I thought they'd at least give it a shot, but they did not do so. So it'll be Richmond football at the 25-yard line. Well, hopefully next week on the home opener against Lawrence North, we'll have a good crowd there, and the weather will cooperate. And our first week of high school football just about in the books, and a good start for the Red Devils. Almost a bad snap, and Richmond's offense will continue to struggle a little bit here. DeMarco Owens again on the carry. I think they have 14 freshmen listed on the roster, which is a relatively small class. The sophomore class about the same. In fact, it's pretty evenly split between all four classes. But again, the 14, not very big. Richmond's going to have to really start building that feeder system. The ball coming loose. Spartans have it. Turnover, Richmond. Well, you can, again, give these guys, they're up against that first unit defense of Connersville, but these guys, a lot of these guys just aren't ready to face a bunch of seniors and juniors yet. But Richmond's got a lot in this program that they've got to build from the bottom again. It's been a depleted system for several years. And so the Red Devils and Coach Lewis and the Youth Football League have a lot of work to do, and it may take a few years to replenish everything that they used to have. Kelly to throw, pumps, flushed out of the pocket, and Kelly will put his head down, take a couple of hits in there to make the stop for the Red Devils. Hey, give this young man some credit as DeMarco Owens stays in. As a linebacker, one of those getting the hit right there. I think Richmond just needed to get that taste out of their mouth from a year ago, and I know that everyone willing now to kind of just get past it. There's nothing we can do about what happened last year. Now it's time to build toward the future, and you're off to a good start tonight. But things are going to get tougher after tonight. Kelly to throw, and it's going to be caught. And Schaefer fumbles the football, and Richmond comes up with it in the end zone.
Fumble on the play.
Boy, Schaefer had it. He tried to stretch out, and then he lost the football in the end zone. And the Red Devils are going to get it back. So turnover for the Spartans. Now Richmond will get it back with 3:59 remaining. Boy, Spartans probably thinking, boy, you get this one in. It's a 34-21 ball game. If the Red Devils don't bring back their first teamers, Spartans may have felt they had perhaps a little bit of a chance, but Richmond's going to stay with the young guys here. Looks like we may see the quarterback come back in. That's going to be the case. So Richmond's going to bring Snedeker back in to run this offense here in the final 3:59. Looks like Owens will stay in as the lone setback. And this time Snedeker on the keeper. Snedeker tripped up across the 30. Nice run by Alec. Adam Kelly there to make the stop for the Spartans. Well, perhaps a little bit of a gamble right here, putting Snedeker back in. I know that the other choice would be Zach Hill. Hill saw some time last year. As Richmond's going to let that play clock run down. It's down to 12. Try to use every bit of that play clock as they possibly can. But we saw Zach Hill get some QB time last year. That would be another option, perhaps. We saw him taking some reps in practice. Owens on the carry. He's going to get wrapped up pretty quick. Dallas Langley there to make the tackle. 3:05 remaining. If Richmond can go ahead and sustain this drive, they can run this clock out and get out of here with a win. But they want to make sure they don't have to bring back any more of their first teamers if they don't have to. Red Devils brought a whole slew of freshmen over there, and most of them are not going to see any action here tonight unless they get very, very, very late into this one. Owens again on the carry over the right side. Not much there. The good news is another 40 seconds can run off. That's going to put you very close to a minute 15 by the time that they would have to snap the football again. There's nothing Connersville can really do. They're not going to win this game. Richmond now just trying to run out the clock. And we saw Wyatt Bird had a great game tonight. Of course, it all started with Stephen Huber and that block punt early in the game that led to a touchdown by Snedeker. Boy, but Bird had a huge game tonight. 3 touchdowns, well over 100 yards rushing, couple of big runs tonight as well. Owens on the carry again. Boy, he's able to make something positive out of that negative right there. Minute 37 remaining. And it will be 4th down. Right now, the Red Devils can run this thing down to about a minute, but looks like Connersville is going to get a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Red Devils on top of this one, 34-14.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Well, following the timeout, a minute 24 remaining in Richmond. Now we'll go ahead and run the play here again with the play clock now starting. Richmond has, well, they have an illegal substitution now for the Red Devils, so that'll back them up 5 yards. Richmond getting into the punt formation, so now it'll be fourth down and 14 instead of fourth down and 9.
Timeout on the field. Timeout, Richmond.
Now this time Richmond's going to call a timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here for this timeout. Richmond again with chance to get rid of the football right here and get out of here. Game running a little bit longer than perhaps some of the other games we have seen here tonight, as now Richmond will punt the football away, and the ball is snapped over the head of the punter into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback and a late hit, I believe, also on the play as well on Connersville. Well, this is a sloppy end to this one. So a bad snap. And a late flag coming down as well. So 2 points on the board now for the Spartans. Richmond will have to give up the football as well here, as they will have to punt the football away, or if they choose to kick it away, whatever the case will be, but it will be a safety. And then a late hit against Connersville. So Richmond will still able to have decent field position, at least to get the football away. A late hit on Beckman. I think they got Beckman number 33 on that late hit. See what Richmond will decide to do here. Generally, in a situation like this, you punt the football. Huber is, Huber's out there now. They're all toward the sideline. You see him right there. But Huber had come out as the punter. Well, the Red Devils will look at this one as a huge positive of breaking their long losing streak, a winless season last year. Connersville will look at this as a rough first half and then coming back with a positive second half, especially in the fourth quarter. Richmond decides to go ahead and kick it instead of punt it. 1:18 remaining, but a sloppy ending to this one. Huber, nice leg into that one, back to the 10. And nice special teams play by the Red Devils, and again, Huber coming down to make the stop. We've seen him do that twice tonight. Kick it off and make the play. Schaefer on the return there for the Spartans. And we're down to 1:11 remaining in this one. Northeastern, by the way, now leading Union County 14-8. That game almost done in this one here tonight. We mentioned we'll have scores as Connersville a little bit discombobulated here on offense as they have a late player coming in. Kelly staying in at quarterback, takes the snap, the left-hander throws. Ball is caught, immediately hit his tool as he goes down. Richmond reading that well. And we're down to minute 6. Connersville trying to get to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Circle in the backfield as Kelly to throw once again. Here comes the rush. Kelly able to get away. Kelly looking downfield, throws, ball caught 50 and then tripped up in Richmond territory. On the reception is Warren Toole, and a first down for the Spartans. Put the football at the 46-yard line. We're done here. We'll wrap it up immediately and then head downstairs and get comments from the head coach. And there's a flag down, trying to maybe talk to a player or two, and have that for you a little bit later as well. That'll go against the Spartans. 35.7 seconds remaining. Josh Fern covering Centerville tonight for us. He'll have post-game reaction as the Bulldogs playing tonight. Ball tipped in the air and almost caught. Richmond able to knock that one down.
Passes off. Many hands that are incomplete. That'll bring up second and 15.
So now second down and 15, 25.1 seconds remaining. By the way, Northeastern now leading Union County 22-8, about 2 minutes remaining in that one. Second down 15, again Kelly to throw. Kelly time as he looks, tries to dump that one down. Ball's going to be tipped right at about the line of scrimmage. But it was awful close for him being past the line. Falls incomplete. 18.3 to go. Well, checking the sideline to see if I could see Bryce Brown. Looks like he is at least up and moving around. He'd hurt his ankle earlier. He'd been plagued by injuries last year. Here's a throw downfield. That's going to fall incomplete. Pass intended on the near side for Evan Schaefer. 13.5 remaining. Well, if Brown is okay, which that is certainly good news if he is, because you don't want to lose him. Of course, we had mentioned Wyatt Bird shaking up a little bit. He is standing on the sidelines as well, as now Richmond just 13.5 seconds from picking up their first win of the year. Kelly to throw again, and ball's going to be caught. First down at the 35-yard line. That'll be Evan Schaefer. 8.1 remaining. Yeah, this very well could be, well, Spartans are going to call a timeout right here. Next week, just a reminder again before we head out of here, it'll be Lawrence North at Leibold Field. It'll be a night of rededicating and dedicating some of the great Richmond football players who went on to play in the National Football League. That'll be next week. We'll be on the air at 6:30 with a pregame, as always, the most comprehensive pregame in the Richmond area. And, of course, we will kick it off at around 7 next week. 8.1, this should do it. Many of the fans hanging around as this one about to come to an end here tonight. They want to see if the Spartans can score one more. Kelly throws. Ball's going to be caught at the 20. And Schaefer goes down, and that's going to do it. So the Red Devils pick up the win here tonight. Your final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard: Richmond 34, Connersville 16. Thanks for being with us again next week. Home against Lawrence North. Our pregame coverage will begin at 6:30, kickoff at 7. All the action right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Once again, next week, your Spartan Ridders are on the road at Franklin County.